What's going on, yo? Just being spiritual. Today in this video, I kind of wanted to dive into basically what started my spiritual journey or what I began my spiritual journey with, and that is my vegetarian diet. So I'm going to be basically sharing the reasons and the insights as to why I became vegetarian, and then also at the very end, just answering literally just a few questions on just a few questions that I get as far as me being vegetarian. So if you didn't know, I am vegetarian, and I've been vegetarian for a little bit over a year now. I started last year, mid January of 2020, and especially back then, with that being me being vegetarian being the only thing that I've done for my spirituality, various benefits, um, and so I kind of I kind of thought about, and this is going to like the reasons as to why I became vegetarian. I was kind of thinking about, what I'm about to explain, and I thought about it for a while, and many different ways, and to me, it just made a lot of sense. I was like, man, this makes a lot of sense. So basically, um, it has a lot to do with energy. Um, you kind of have to just kind of know how energy works in this matrix, in this universe. Um, so it basically starts off with everything's energy. Energy can't be destroyed, only transferred, right? So with the animals, we're talking about meat. So animals, in these farms and these slaughterhouses and whatnot, they're beings, and they have vibration, energy, and they have brains, so they think, they feel, and so it's like with them being in these very poor conditions, half the time, if not most, depending on the animal, they're caged up. They're caged up. So with that, they develop stress. Especially when it comes time for the killing, the slaughterhouses. You know, they get fear and anxiety. You know, they can feel things. They're beings. And so with that, and you can also argue. I've heard how some people do it, or some industries or whatever. They'll shoot like the animal with like a dart or something, or to kill them softly or whatever. But that's not always the case. That's not always the case. So, um, and so when they die, the energy is not destroyed. It's still there. It can't be destroyed. Only transferred. So it's still in their flesh. And so they drain the blood, and then they send these. They put the the chemicals and whatever else they want to put in it, right? Um, Either before or after they send them to the like the factories and whatnot. So this meat gets sent to the restaurants and or the factories to for the food to get mass produced for these fast food restaurants, um, which half the time some of these fast food restaurants don't even be real meat. I'll get into that a little bit later. Um, but yeah, so they're in these restaurants and or factories, and then they get processed, the chemicals, whatever they want, and then it ends up on your plate or in your bag, and then you eat it, and then that's the energy that you obtain, because when you eat it, it gets broken down, digested, absorbed, and used. Energy can be transferred. So then, once your body is using that energy, and that's just the energy that you're obtaining. Um, of course, you can get rid of that energy, but that's just the energy that you're bringing inside yourself. You know, and every 35 days, your whole body would have replenished all of its cells based off of the foods that you're eating. And this is not even just with meat. This is just food in general. If you're eating a lot of junk, a lot of BS, just a lot of trash, you know, your cells are, um, replenishing itself or whatever. Your body makes new cells, every 35 days fully, based off the foods that you're eating. So if your cells are basically using this food, this energy, to make your cells. Um, but back to I told you I was gonna get back to this fast food. I hope you know, like I said, some of this fast food it don't even be real meat. Look up cuz I know look up KFC 3D printing meat, bro. 3 KFC is 3D printing y'all meat, bro. And they've been doing this for months. They've been doing it since like July or August of last year. They've been doing this for a while. You ain't got to believe what I'm saying though. Look it up for yourself. Do your own research. But they starting to 3D print y'all meat, bro. How would you feel about eating 3D printed meat, bro? But anyway, so now it comes down to the questions. That was basically why I went vegetarian. It's all about energy, energy exchange. Um, just not trying to embody that energy. Um, get rid of that stress and all that. So the first question: how does it feel being vegetarian? Now, vegetarian, it feels great being vegetarian, especially because I decided I wanted to walk this spiritual path, and I said I'm going vegetarian. And right when I said I'm going vegetarian, I just stopped. I just cut out all the meat. I had no cheat days. I didn't, I wasn't anticipating that day where I said I was gonna go vegetarian, so I didn't lean myself off of meat. Like weeks prior, I just kind of stopped. So for me, being able to achieve that is amazing. Um, Especially like with all the benefits, which is what I'm about to get to now. One of the benefits, at least, um, because I soon started to realize that like my stress, because then I started meditating as well. So just my stress in the way that I thought, my thought process changed, but for the better. Less stress, less anxiety. I started noticing that was going away. Um, and also in restaurants, when I eat, when people eat, big meals and stuff, usually, everybody's slumped at the booth, bro. Everybody's trying to go home, take a nap, ain't trying to do nothing else. Everybody's slumped, right? That's not me, not anymore. I don't. I don't. Being vegetarian, you don't get tired like that. Or at least not as much. Um, you know, um, yeah, you don't like. I don't be all stumped up trying to. I be shoot. I be ready to get it. So yeah, that's one of like the one of like a real noticeable benefit, at least physical benefit of being vegetarian is that you're not you feel a lot lighter. You're not always tired after you eat, um, and also it's just better for you, better for your body. That meat is really hard to digest. It takes a long time. Second question, 2 out of 3. Was it hard cutting out meat? No, it was not. It was not hard cutting out meat because I had especially at the time, I still do now, but especially at the time when I first wanted to start, I had a very strong desire to seek the truth. I wanted to know the truth about what was really going on. Um, I was tired of just living in this system, living through all this BS. I wanted to go within. I wanted to really start making a change to my life. That's really all it was. I wanted to start making a change in my life, and I really wanted to start finding the truth. Going with myself and finding the truth. Um, so it's not hard cutting out meat, especially because I already kind of knew about the meat. Every stuff, a lot of things being thrown in the meat. So it was just it was a good thing all in all. Then the last question: does it ever get tempting to eat meat? Now, everybody else in my family, you know, everyone else eats meat around me. Everyone eats meat except for me. Um, so, if we're out at a restaurant or whatever, dinner, everyone's got their meat, their steak and their fish and whatnot. I don't get tempted. Yeah, I don't really get tempted because especially now since I'm more spiritually developed, I kind of already know, nah. Um, then again, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then, there is a time where like whatever they got, it got meat in it, or it's like a a nice little steak, and it smells delicious. I'm not even gonna lie. it smells delicious, you know. But I don't, you know, I already know, you know, for myself, I already know better to, um, like it will smell good, but I wouldn't want to indulge. You know, I don't, I don't. It will smell good, but I wouldn't want to eat it though. Um, but yeah, man, that was the last question. So yeah, that was pretty much it. You know, I just wanted to, it's a 1 year anniversary with me being vegetarian. Although it has been a little bit over a year. I kind of wanted to share just the reasoning why I became vegetarian. See if it resonates with you. Just kind of put that out there in case you wanna try it. I've known some people that tried it. Even some of my family members that tried it. Um, they stick with it, no, but they did like it when they were on vegetarian diet. So just putting that out there, for a 1 year anniversary of being vegetarian. Um, so yeah, hopefully, some of that resonated with y'all. Hopefully, now that you're aware of KFC 3D printing meat, hopefully you're a little more cautious about the fast food. And also, I don't think I mentioned this. Wendy's, they're starting to do, they started doing greenhouse lettuce, growing lettuce in greenhouses. So yeah, hopefully you picked up some from this video, man. Um, Appreciate all the support, bro, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.